everybody, and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, July 16th, 2024. I can't believe it is halfway through July already. Where is the summer going? Although I'm kind of glad it's going fast because it's so hot. I'm kind of ready for summer to just hurry up and get over with. I couldn't wait till it got here. Now it's like just too hot. And I know you guys all feel the same because I see all of you guys saying, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Oh, it is hot. I don't know why I look so far away. Let me scoot this up just a little bit. We'll zoom in just a little and get closer. I don't know if you can see this. For some reason, the gold in this ribbon doesn't show up in the picture, but it's really, really pretty ribbon. I don't know if you can see it up close, but it's beautiful ribbon. And I use these new embellishments that I found in my stash that I hadn't used yet. They're called adhesive back textured dots. They're really cute. I don't know if you can see them up close, but they have little dots. They're kind of like bronzy colored, and they're little teeny dots on top. It's hard to see, but they're really cool. So I knew I wanted to use this stamp set today because I wanted to kind of do a fall card, and I kind of messed around with different colors and different ideas, and I was trying to do like kind of a baby wipe technique, and it wasn't coming out. I kept getting all these different, this one came out pretty good, but it was coming out really like too dark or something, I don't know. And so then I changed it to this technique, and I was just using the main leaf, and I said, you know what, it needs another leaf in there. So I grabbed the leaves from Spotlight on Nature and mixed it in with it because they go together pretty well. So I'm going to show you how I did the background on here. Anybody have a guess what I used for the background? It's something I haven't used in a long time. A long time. And let me say hello first before I forget. Hey, Julie. Wait a minute. Did I start at the beginning? Let's see. Hey, Julie. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Karen. Hey, Marva. Hey, Diana. Hey, Diane. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Carol. Everybody's hot. Hey, Karen. Hey, Mel. Let's see. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Myra. Hey, Michelle. Let me see. Hilda. Hey, Hilda. Hey, Jana. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Linda. Hey, Regina. Hey, Jody. Hey, Karen. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Rita. Hey, Rosie. Oh, Rosie. I don't remember seeing your name before. Hey, Reva. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Michelle. Been a few weeks since you caught the live. Oh, Becky. Becky that sent me that awesome card last week. Hot Virginia. It is so hot. I think we got up to 96 or 97 today. I did not even go outside. I'd have to go outside in a minute after the video to take the garbage out today because it's garbage day in the morning, and they come at the crack of dawn, like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I have to put it out tonight before I go to bed. Oh, Kathy, you have your card kit, but forgot when the class is. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You have your card kit. Which card kit? The one I just sent out in the mail like a week or so ago? Or I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Jana. Hey, Tony. Tony, I think I'm using your joke tonight. All right, so I don't have really any exciting news. Just we're still having the bonus days for July. So for every $50 you order, you get a $5 coupon to use next month. So get those coupons going. So we're using this, the Changing Leaves. So it comes with the stamp set. And then it also comes with a hybrid embossing folder and dies. So you get the dies, all these dies, and then the embossing folder is one of those hybrid ones where you can emboss, or you can oops, that tape they put on there. You can emboss and cut at the same time. Let's see if we can figure out how this goes. Okay, there you go. So it will cut out and emboss at the same exact time. So I haven't tried it yet. I just got it out today and haven't had a chance to play with it. But you can emboss and die cut all together, or just do the embossing or just the die cutting. So there you go. So it's a really fun set to play with. And you know how sometimes you get in a rut? Like, I know you guys probably have this situation too, but if you do videos, you know what I'm talking about. So if you don't do videos, you really probably don't have this problem. But when I have to come up with an idea for a video, I want to do something that nobody else has done. So I don't want to copy anybody else's stuff. I want to have something original. But it's like, some days you just are in a rut and you just can't think of anything. And today was one of those days. So I got up this morning and my main goal today was to come up with a project for tonight and then get some other stuff done for my classes coming up. And it took me until 4 o'clock to do this card. So I spent the whole entire day in my stamp room just getting this card done. And you'd think it would be like some wow, fantastic card, but I'm telling you what, I made all these different samples and I just didn't like them. And I just was like, man. And about 4 o'clock, I'm like, okay, I got to hurry up and get this finished because it's almost time for the video. So this is the new kit. So starting today, if you place an order of $50 or more, using that host code, please don't forget the host code, you'll get a set of 3 of these. And we're going to make 3 today. So they're pretty easy. So we're going to make 3. That's the inside of the card. And I used that basic beige paper. I think it really goes pretty. So that's what's underneath there too, instead of white. I did white first and it didn't look very good. And then these are the gems that you'll get if your order is over $100 or more. So good deal there. And I think that's all the talking I got for now. So we're going to get started. So we're going to be making 3 of these. Did anybody guess? I don't see anybody. Oh, hey, Bill. Rosie. Oh, Rosie, I sent you a card a long time ago. Okay. Oh, no. Blue Room Crafts says she just spent 7 days without power after the hurricane. That's awful. I think I would have gone to a hotel. Nobody guessed it. Okay, so nobody has a guess of how I did the background. All right, so it's going to be a surprise. So here's what you need. So if you order the $50 or more, you'll get this kit. So you'll get 3 of these, 5.5 by 8.5 pretty peacock. There's 6 pieces of the beige because you've got 3 for the front and 3 for the inside. So 3, so that gives you 6 total. So you'll get 6 pieces of that. And then for the words, we've got 3 pieces of 3/4 by 2.5 pretty peacock and 3 pieces of the basic beige. I don't know why I struggled with that word so much. I kept thinking it was IE and I looked at it and I said, that doesn't look right. But you know the old thing about I before E except after C, but this is really like 8, where you have EI, like EIGHT for 8, because it's beige. So I actually had to look it up because I wasn't sure. And I'm a really good speller. I was like the spelling bee champion in elementary school, but I don't know why. There's just a few words that for some reason I just draw a blank when I look at them. And I'm like, I don't know. It just didn't look right. All right, so take a screenshot of that. Oh, Karen, you got my card today. Good. Expressions of Kindness kit. Oh, so Kathy, the class I'm doing with my live people, that is next week. So on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm having a live class here. And then after that is over, then probably on, let's see. So it's a week from today and a week from Thursday. So then after those classes are over, then I'll do the video. So it'll probably be like Saturday, a week from Saturday, I'll be doing the cards for that kit. So just hold on about another week and a half. I haven't even started. That was another goal of mine today, was to get some of those cards done, because I want to get, you know, at least 3 or 4 alternative cards to go with the kit. And I did not get a chance to do that. My whole day just was like taken up doing this. So, hey Bill, how you feeling, buddy? Jalen, my beige ink pad looks like mellow moss, light green. Interesting. I think mine has a little bit of a tinge of green on it. All right, Mel says she thinks the background might be using blocks and a stamp pad, then misting it. That's a good guess, because that's what I was going to say to do if you don't have what I'm doing. Myra says watercolor background. So, okay, here we go. Let me show you what it is. So, let me get all these out of the way. So what you need first is the 3 pieces that we're gonna do the background on. So, oh, and I forgot to tell you, we need the ribbon too. So we're using the same ribbon that I used last time. That really pretty peacock and gold ribbon. And I know it looks kind of like a little darker than the paper, but it's not. It's really matchy-matchy. So, I don't know, in the picture it just looked different, but all right, let me get a piece of scrap paper so I don't mess up my brand new piece of background here. All right, so we're going to be using 2 colors, Wild Wheat and Lost Lagoon. So I'm going to start with Wild Wheat on all of them. And here's what I'm doing, a brayer. So this is my old brayer. I couldn't even find my new one. I just bought one not too long ago. I couldn't find it. Okay, so first thing I did when I tried this technique was, and I just lost the piece I had. I used the whole brayer, inked it up, but this pad's brand new and it's very juicy. So I'm only going to use half of the brayer. So I just want to get a little bit of ink. See how juicy that is? It's like really juicy. And I'm going to go off. Look how dark that is. That's just too dark. So we're going to get some of that off. And then we're going to go across our paper in different directions. And see, it still probably had that little dark mark on there. All right, so that's my yellowy part. We're going to do that again. Get a little bit of Wild Wheat and go off a little bit. You just don't want it too dark. And then you're just going to go like all different directions and make it yellowy. So there's 2. So then 3. So if your pad is not that juicy, you don't have to, you know, get rid of all the ink, but mine was super brand new. Oh, this one came out good. I like this toned down a little bit. So there's our yellow. So now, see how much ink came off? And I didn't even put that much on there. All right, so we're done with the Wild Wheat. Now we're going to go to Lost Lagoon. This one is not quite as juicy, but it's still a little bit. So again, I'm only going to ink up half of the brayer. So just get ink like on half of it. And then I'm going to get rid of some of that because I don't want it too dark. And then we're going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to kind of go in different directions. Now see, that one I got a little bit, I want a little bit more blue. So it gives you a really fast background that's kind of like geometric looking without using your blending brushes. So isn't that neat looking? So then we're going to go to the next one and get off a little bit of ink. And there you go. Isn't that cool looking? Love it. All right, one more. So probably just one go round with the getting off the extra. And there's another technique you can do. Let me get you, well, let me show it on the back of this. If you just go just on the very edge of your brayer, like just the edge, like this, you can make stripes. So look at that. So you can just ink up the edge and make little stripes on your paper. Isn't that cool? So you can just play around with it. Another thing you can do, if you have a hard brayer, this is a soft one, but if you have like an acrylic one or glass one, you can put rubber bands and make a really cool technique, background. All right, so there is my cool background technique for you. So we've got our 3 pieces done. So there you go. Aren't they neat looking? Love that. All right, so now what we're gonna do is stamp our leaves and our inside piece. Actually, let me do the words real quick first. So move that over. I had so much ink on my hands earlier today. Let me see. Haven't used wild wheat. You know, I did not like wild wheat at first, but now I'm really kind of starting to like it. Nancy says she's been having trouble with her ink pads bursting. What? Oh, you mean leaking? Well, are you storing them flat? Because if you store your ink pad like this, that ink, if it's really juicy, it's going to run out and leak. So make sure you're storing them flat. You know where I got the idea for this paper color mat? The colors together was from the Thoughtful Journey paper. There's a piece of paper in that Thoughtful Journey that has these colors in it, and it's really, really pretty. And so originally I was going to use that paper as my background, and I changed my mind and decided it was just it clashed too much. So that's when I went to the Brayer. All right, so we're going to stamp this right here on our little piece, and oh, that just fits. I should have my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing, but I'll just wing it. Hopefully it'll make it on there. All right, so it just fits. So that's 2 1/4 inches. I stamped it the first time, and then I cut it down so it would be just perfect. All right, so then we're gonna dip. We're gonna go for a dip in the ink pad. Whew, I'm so full. I just think I ate too much dinner. I had leftovers of this manicotti that I bought at Aldi's, and so I bought it a couple weeks ago, and I cooked it the other day. So it just comes like the noodles with cheese in the middle, and so then I poured like a bunch of spaghetti sauce on top and cheese and baked it, and so I had a bunch left over, and it was gonna go bad, and I was like, I gotta eat that today, even though I wasn't that hungry. And I said, oh, now I feel so full. Did you ever do that? You just eat too much because you don't want to throw it away? I hate that. I gotta stop doing that. All right, so we're gonna stamp this twice. So once here. Uh-oh, I messed up. So we'll just have to stamp over that a little bit, because I'm not doing this again. And let's do one like right there. All right, so there's 2 of those. And I'll do another one right here. Oh, you can't see me inking this up, sorry. Got the ink pad to the side. All right, so there's 2 of those. So I'm just inking this up, or you can do it this way. This is a super juicy pad. So we'll get one there. And one there. All right, so now we're gonna go back and use our smaller leaf from the Spotlight on Nature. And I love this leaf, it's so pretty. But this leaf, I'm gonna try the baby wipe technique again and use different colors. I think these colors kind of mucked up a little bit and didn't go too well, so all right, let's do that. So I'm going to do this one a few times until it runs out of ink. And then I'm going to stamp off and just kind of do a little bit inside so you get that pretty background. All right, love that. And then this other one is the one I messed up, so we're gonna have to stamp right on top of that in a minute. But this stamp looks really pretty when you stamp like 3 or 4 times. I'm gonna stamp right there on that so then you can't tell I messed up. All right, so there we go. So there is all of our card fronts done. Beautiful. I think I need a little bit more on this one. Okay, so it's kind of like a one sheet wonder a little bit, except I didn't use quite as many. Let me do one more in the middle of this one. Just to give it some background. Love it. You know what I need, and I didn't bring it. I need a speckly stamp, like dottage. That would have been pretty. All right, so now we're gonna do the inside. Let's see. Okay, we're talking about something being flat. Hold on. I have some. Oh, yeah, they're flat. Oh, Nancy said yes, they're flat. Okay. I don't know. That's weird. Only time I've ever had some leak is when they were in shipping, or if somehow they like tipped over on the side in my box that I had them in. But if they're just flat, they usually don't leak. But if you have too much ink in them, just take a paper towel and kind of soak up some of the ink if you want to. Jalen ate too much pasta tonight too. I know. I was doing so good, you know. I got up. I didn't eat breakfast till late, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be really good today and just eat breakfast and like dinner and no lunch. And so I did, but I should have eaten like a light lunch, and then I wouldn't feel sick. All right, so we're just stamping the inside of the card. And I love doing this like the dark, medium, light. I forgot to do the light one over here though. There we go. All right, so that's the inside. So we're done with that. And I think we are done stamping. Yep. Okay, so now we're gonna put it together. So this goes on the inside. Let me see. Kind of looks like retiform a little bit. Yep. What color? The leaves are pretty peacock. So I used, for the background, this is Wild Wheat and Lost Lagoon. And then the leaves are stamped in pretty peacock. So I used those 3 colors. We need to walk around the block, yes. Except it's too hot. It's too hot to even go outside. And my poor flowers, we were supposed to have some more rain, I thought, today. But it hasn't rained in a couple days, so now my flowers are all wilty. And I mowed the grass Sunday. And but it's too daggone hot to go outside. So I hope they don't die. I think it's gonna rain tomorrow, maybe. Hey, sweet Sarah. Oh, ink pads you barely use. Okay. Taco Tuesday. Oh, yeah. I love me some tacos. We just got a Del Taco that opened up here. It's the first one in this area. So I don't know if any of you guys have Del Taco where you are. I think it's from the West Coast, but I'm excited because we have a lot of Mexican restaurants, but Taco Bell's the only like fast food place. And I really like, my favorite fast food place for Mexican is Baja Fresh, and we don't have any of them in this area. But every time I go to the West Coast, I have to stop and get Baja Fresh because I love it. And there's also another place in Utah. Whenever I went to Stampin' Up, the Stampin' Up convention, we would go eat it. And it was, what was the name of it? They made like the tortillas and the taco bowls and everything like right in front of you, like while you're standing in the line. Cafe Rio. Cafe Rio. Do any of you guys have a Cafe Rio? That place has the best taco salads I've ever had in my life. And I know there's one in Salt Lake City in that area, but they have the best salads and these homemade fresh taco shell bowls. But all we get here is Taco Bell. But now I haven't been to the Del Taco yet because the line's been so long, but I don't know if it's better than Taco Bell or not. But all of our fast food restaurants seem to be going out of business. Like all the Burger Kings are gone. We still have McDonald's, but they're not that good. And Hardee's are going out of business. They are awful around here. Some of you guys have Carl's, which is the same as Hardee's. We need some good fast food restaurants around this area. Oh no, you know what I just did? Darn it. Well, let me do one this way and see what happens. Because what I did originally was I put the ribbon on the back of this, and then I put that on top of that. Let me see what it looks like this way. Otherwise, I'll go back and redo that. So let's get the ribbon out and put it on the back of this one. Let's see if that works out okay. So we're going to take it and, whoops, let's get these out of the way. All right, so what I did was I started at the bottom corner and just went up and kind of made a loop and then went down. So I'm making like an N, the letter N, like that. So you get that. So it's just an N, a letter N. I think I like it better like this. And then, oh, my scissors. All right, then just cut that. So there's your ribbon. I think I like that better than having it between the two. Plus it's easier to do. Oops, just hit my light. Okay, so let's put that on with dimensionals. I watched several good shows this past weekend. Let me see, what was it called? Oh, I watched The Watchers. That was kind of creepy, and I'm normally not a creepy kind of movie person, but that was good, and it was based on a true story about these people that moved into this like dream house, and yeah, definitely like I think I like this better. So there we go. I got glue on my finger. All right, so there's that. And it's kind of like their house was haunted or something, you know. They just didn't know what was going on, but somebody was watching them. And they had really creepy neighbors. But it's based on a true story, and they never did catch whoever was doing it. So that's a little creepy. And then I watched another scary movie. What was it? Oh, shoot. Now I can't think of what it was. Which ink did I stamp in? Pretty Peacock. Gosh, now I'm drawing a blank what the other movie was. It was scary too. Like a thriller. Oh, I know what it was. So it was based on James Patterson's book. Do any of y'all read James Patterson? He writes some really good books that are like murder mysteries. So this was called The Postcard killer. And it was good. It had Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it, who I love. He used to be on Grey's Anatomy back in the day. And he was the main character in this movie. He was kind of like Detective Cross, but he was a detective, but not Alex Cross. He was just a regular detective, but his daughter was killed by this postcard killer. So he set out to find the killer, and that was really good. So if you are into those suspense kind of movies, those were both good. But it was too hot to do anything, so I stamped. I had a whole bunch of leftover things to stamp, so I just got them all out and sat in front of the TV. And I have one of those coffee tables that lifts up so you can eat at it or do whatever. So I just sat there and stamped all weekend and got a lot of my old projects finished up and watched movies. That's my favorite thing to do. All right, so that one goes right there. And remember the other day I showed you the technique with this ribbon you could also do? If you just pull a couple of the threads out, you can make it ruched, like ruched it up, and it's really pretty. So you could also do that for your ribbon if you wanted to. All right, put a little bit of tape, and again, do that, letter N. Or if you wanted to do more loops, you could do more, but I think just the 2 loops will be good. I want to start watching, I'm on this Netflix Facebook group, and people are always recommending different shows. I think one is called Ozark. That's highly recommended. And I can't remember some of the other ones. Yeah, Women's Murder Club. Oh, that was one of my favorite shows. I used to love that show. But I read a lot of James Patterson books back in the day. When I used to be a teacher, and I had the summer off. This is before I started stamping. And I would just read books, sit by the pool, read books. So I read a lot of James Patterson, Sue Grafton, Clive Cussler, all sorts of books. And now all I do is stamp. I never read a book. No, now I read self-help books. It's like improvement, how to improve your business and things like that. All right, so we're going to put some gems on here. You guys remember how I did the ruching the other day? If you weren't watching, how you just pull the threads out of here, I'll do it again for you just in case you missed it. Anytime you have ribbon that has these threads at the ends like this, let me cut it straight. You can see it better. If you ever have the woven kind of ribbon, just grab a couple threads from the middle, like 2, maybe 3, and start pulling it and gathering it, and you can make this real shabby chic looking effect. I have quite a few little ribbons here, or threads, but you just keep pulling it and squinching it down. I think I got too many, but it gives you this like ruffled, ruched look, and you just keep doing that until you get it how you want it. But isn't that cool looking? So you could have done that if you wanted to, like right under it, but I think it just makes a real pretty effect on your cards. So this is a really good ribbon to do that with. All right, so gems and then some spray and we'll be done. So I'm going to use 2 little ones and a big one. Well, they're not that big, just a medium one. Oops, fell off. There we go. I have a funny joke from Tony today, so make sure you stick around for that. and some cards to give away. I bought some stamps. Did you guys stock up on stamps? They went up on Sunday. I'm so mad. I can't believe stamps are just keep going up. All right, so here we go. Let me spray real quick. I might have to cut back on how many cards I mail out. All right, we're just gonna squirt a little bit of spray. And some of you guys say, you know, your stuff runs. If you keep it flat and just spray from about 12 inches, it should not run at all. You're just getting a fine mist on there, and it just gives you a really pretty shimmer. All right, so there we go. There's my cards for today. So I hope you like them. They're pretty simple, basic cards. So we just did 3 in less than 30 minutes. So there you go. And that's the new card kit. So any orders today through the end of the month will get this kit if you use the host code, and it's over $50 at least. And then here's the gems if you order at least $100 with the host code. All right, so let me get the joke and read some comments real quick. Thanks, everyone. That makes the ribbon more versatile. Yes, it does. Love a good mystery book. Yes. Any James Pattersons are good. And Sue Grafton's are really good, too. Ozark is awesome. Good. I wrote down all these things I want to watch on Netflix. Oh, well, Kathy, if I'm doing, like, repetitive stamping, like, I have all these kits from leftover projects, you know, like when I do videos or cards in class, I always cut extra, and then I just make them up later. So I just sit there, and I don't even have to hardly look at them. I just put them together. So it's pretty easy. Let me see. Forgot to order new stamps. I know. They went up 5 cents. Oh, Rosie, don't be afraid to use your spray. Yeah, I know. It's going to keep going up $1 to $1 probably. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to put my name in your bowl. Okay. See the new pics. 50. Oh, about the hurricane? Yeah, I know. I saw some of the pictures. Woo! Therese, you know you won a card last time and haven't claimed it yet. So let me do the joke, and then I'll get the cards out. So here's the joke. This is from Tony. Nope, no, it's not. I had Tony's. I'm doing Devonna Alderson's tonight. So Tony's will be next time, but I was trying to decide which one to do. All right, so this is from Devonna Alderson. An old hillbilly farmer had a wife who nagged him unmercifully from morning till night, and sometimes later. She was always complaining about something. The only time he got any relief was when he was out plowing with his old mule. He tried to plow a lot. One day, when he was out plowing, his wife brought him lunch in the field. He drove the old mule into the shade, sat down on a stump, and began to eat his lunch. Immediately, his wife began harassing him again. Complain, complain, nag, nag. It just went on and on. All of a sudden, the old mule lashed out with both hind feet, caught her smack in the back of the head, killed her dead on the spot. At the funeral several days later, the minister noticed something rather odd. When a woman mourner would approach the old farmer, he would listen for a minute, then nod his head in agreement. But when a man approached the farmer, wait a minute, I just lost my place. But when a man approached him, he would listen for a minute, then shake his head in disagreement. This was so consistent, the minister decided to ask the old farmer about it. Following the funeral, the clergyman approached the elderly farmer and inquired why he nodded in accord with the women, but consistently shook his head in disagreement with the men. The old farmer said, well, the women would come up and say something about how nice my wife looked or how pretty her dress was, so I'd nod my head in agreement. And what about the men? The minister asked. Well, they wanted to know if the mule was for sale. So they wanted to get rid of their nagging wives too, I guess. That was cute. All right, so that's the joke for today. So now let's get some cards out. All right, so that's the card kit. All right, here's the ones that are not claimed from last time. So we've got Therese and Eleanor. All the other ones have been sent. And then here's the cards for today. So we've got 5 more cards to give away. All right, so here we go. Didn't see that one coming. I thought they were going to say, can I borrow the mule? All right, first winner is Julie Black. Julie got the duck card. These are some swap cards I did with my group. Sweet Sarah. I saw her on here. So we got Julie and Sweet Sarah. Next one is Darlene Erickson. Hey, Ginger Snap. When I spray, there are spots. Yes, I shared. Oh, shook the heck out of it. Did you use 70% alcohol? You might have too much stuff in it. All right, Tracy Schultz gets the next one. If it's coming out a little clumpy, maybe add a little more alcohol. All right, and Ruth Standifer, she just won. Like, oh, I think last time. All right, so those are the winners for today. So if you won, here's my email address. stampgirl2@cox.net. So send me. Oh, Julie said she just won one if somebody else wants it. Okay, so we'll take Julie's and give it to somebody else. All right, Eileen Briggs. Eileen, you get the duck card. There you go. All right, so congratulations, everybody. So you guys are the winners for today. So make sure you send me an email with your address, and I'll throw some more names in the drawing. And make sure you leave a comment. And don't forget to do thumbs up, like, share, subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And I will see you back in a few days on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And I'll have another joke for you. All right, take care, everybody. Stay cool out there. And hopefully we'll get some cooler weather by this weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.